Folks, welcome back into the Women and Money series. We have Miss Robin Whitlock and Kevin Sullivan here with Infinite Wealth Advisors, offices all throughout North Carolina and Arizona, right guys?
Yes, sir.
Now, let's talk about and this is not good for us, Kevin, it's the life expectancy. Women outlive men by a pretty good amount, Robin.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. 90.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is that, if you and your spouse are the same age, you've got about an 80% probability that the female spouse is going to outlive the male spouse. If you go into a nursing facility or any type of a long-term care facility, you will notice that probably 80% of the people in there are women, not men. And the fact is that men are going to be typically need care earlier in life than women do. The female spouse is then responsible and typically takes the responsibility on of taking care of the male spouse, and then they are left to either be taken care of by children or through other means.
Well, at some point in their lives, 90% of women will be the sole responsible person in the family for financial stuff.
Yes, and that's
important.
It's very important. That's why in our practice we encourage education while there's still two spouses, so that they can be involved, because women are living longer, therefore their retirement is longer, and therefore they need plans to sustain their longevity.
They also need a good health care plan too, don't they?
Yes, and health care is the #1 expense, or at least that's what we've seen in retirement. So it's really important to address that health care cost option up front.
Yeah, what's going to happen? I mean, we need to have the money put aside somewhere,
Yes.
right, Kevin? It's got to be there.
Correct. Yeah, and what we find, particularly for people that are retiring early, early meaning pre Medicare, age 65, largest expense by far is health care. So having a plan, having a structured plan where you know where those funds are going to come from, whether you're going to have some, if you're on the fairly wealthy, you can have some type of a catastrophic coverage versus having indemnity coverage, which is what most people have. But the cost involved as you come up on 65 is very expensive, and then even beyond that, because then you've got to take into consideration long-term care and other elements that come in. You've got to have med sups to go along with Medicare. So healthcare is a big issue and should be part of your plan, should be part of the planning process, and your advisors should be helping you with that, not just managing the assets.
How important is it for someone to have an income continuation plan, just in case the male breadwinner passes away, the other spouse needs to continue to get income?
It is very important, and that's part of the Social Security planning that we do, as well as that additional income planning. It's very important because when you lose a spouse, you lose that other income stream. So it's very important. So it's critical that when you come in to meet with us, we create a plan that is going to sustain 2 lives, and then we make those contingency plans for 1 life.
Well, it's as simple as a phone call away to help people. Any final points to this topic?
Sure. I mean, so you bring up Social Security. Social Security is the election process is a calculation. A lot of people, we choose between quantitative, which is the math part of it, and qualitative, which is the emotional part. You want to do the math first. The emotional part should come into play, but the math is the most important thing. And to Robin's point, making sure that you're electing properly and that continuation of Social Security is going to happen as you get older, to make sure that income and you're maximizing the benefits that you have.
Get a plan, folks. Call the number you see on the screen.